Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Friday, December 16th, 2011. It is 8:42 a.m. and temperatures are falling throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Well, the cold front has finally moved off the coast, and with that, winds have shifted to the northwest, and we're seeing temperatures crashing. Earlier on this morning, temperatures were actually in the lower 60s in portions of Atlantic City. Well, now we're down to 50, and we're going to continue to fall throughout the rest of the day. So, whatever you wore this morning going out to work, where it felt actually rather comfortable, well, you're going to feel a lot colder when you head home. And hopefully, you brought an extra coat with you because you're going to need it for this afternoon and evening as temperatures fall through the 40s and into the upper 30s over the interior and into the lower to mid 40s along the coast for this afternoon. So, besides the falling temperatures, we also have to deal with strong winds from the northwest, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's going to continue on through this afternoon, and then we'll slacken off for this evening. Now, the reason behind these winds is, again, we have a strong pressure gradient in place. This tight packing of the pressure lines, the isobars. Now, these isobars basically mean lines of pressure, and the tighter they're packed, the stronger the winds. So as you can see, as we move over Pennsylvania, the packing of these lines starts to decrease and then winds start to slacken off. And that's pretty much what we're experiencing this morning. The pressure gradient is pretty strong over the northern Mid-Atlantic, thus the windy conditions. Now there is one thing I'm keeping an eye on. Take a look at the radar here. You see this area of precipitation? Now the forecast is for this precipitation to be suppressed to the south over portions of Virginia and the Delmarva Peninsula and out to the southeast of the New Jersey coast. But there are some short-range model guidance, the SREF and the RUC, that suggest that some of this northern fringe here could clip portions of New Jersey and the Philadelphia metropolitan area, maybe even southeastern Long Island. Something I'm going to have to keep an eye on, especially this evening with temperatures falling. There could be a few rain, snow showers mixed in here. For now, I'm going with the forecast of this being suppressed to the south and most of the region remaining dry, but I will keep an eye on this area of precipitation through the day. And the reason why I'm concerned is that this disturbance, this subtropical disturbance, is a little bit stronger, a little bit further north than what was expected. But this disturbance right here is supposed to basically kick this disturbance out into the Atlantic and remaining south and east of the northern Atlantic. Well, keep an eye on it. One thing is for sure, after tonight, high pressure will be in full control for this weekend, providing dry yet chilly weather conditions for this weekend. And then we once again moderate back into the 40s and 50s for early next week. Taking a look at the model guidance from the European model guidance, again, for this evening, keeping an eye on this disturbance. This right here is supposed to kick and suppress this disturbance out over the Atlantic and keeping that precipitation away from the New Jersey coast. Moving in for this weekend, high pressure will be in control of very chilly conditions. Many locations will not get out of the 30s for highs for Saturday and Sunday, especially as you are more north and west of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. But even within New York City and Philadelphia, look for temperatures around 40 degrees, clearly much colder than what we've been dealing with recently. So high pressure will remain in control for this weekend, but notice high pressure shifts off the coast by early next week, leading to warmer conditions for the region, with temperatures rebounding into the 40s and 50s. But the good news is that we're going to remain in a progressive pattern, which means we cool right back down again on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we warm right back up in this roller coaster as these disturbances swing through the northern Mid-Atlantic from the polar and subtropical jet stream. So we're clearly in a more active weather pattern. The question is, when does this polar vortex drop south? Well, I discussed that in the long-range forecast discussion. I explained what is going on. So if you are a premium member, I strongly suggest checking that out because I think you'll find some of the points I've pointed out to be rather interesting. But for the most part, heading into this upcoming weekend, Another tranquil weekend once again. Colder, but perfect for going out and shopping, taking care of that shopping list. And as we move into next week, we're looking at a more active weather pattern. And beyond this point, beyond Thursday evening, the weather pattern gets pretty interesting. But these disturbances here and these disturbances here starting to interact along the East Coast. Something to keep an eye on for the Christmas weekend. That's your morning forecast discussion. Of course, you can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there.